You've turned on to Rykerroad.
The next track off of No Fun Intended.
Yes. We've been having a good time with this, guys. I'm really digging this album, like I've said the last couple songs, and you know, just the fact of it is kind of different, but still the same concept of like hearing Tyler or 21 Pilots. So I'm digging it, and I can't wait to see what we got tonight.
Yeah, and it's guys, just to address some things in the comments, people were saying like, hey man, why didn't you catch like this lyric from this song or this or that? Like, understand, guys, understanding lyrics like with Sleep Token and things like that
is a little different right now.
It's very, very different. It's that we have spent a lot of personal time with Sleep Token, so that's one of the reasons why like we can pick up on things. With 21 Pilots, we're still learning, so bear with us. We still want to do our Blurry Face deep dive on the podcast, along with our Even in Arcadia. Those are going to be kind of like our next two ones. We're going to do like a full show to like really talk about. So, but as we keep going, I'm sure we'll probably find more opportunities to discuss and go deeper. But but with this one, man, Hole in the Ground, this one's been requested a lot, as well as the next track, Save Me, you know, and it's like, man, like Hole in the Ground, it makes me wonder, like, is this a grave? Is this, you know, like a place that he's tripped? Or, you know, I mean, with Tyler, we never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
And somebody did comment, they said, when has anything they've ever done ever been anything you've expected? You
exactly.
So it's a very fair point, but it's just awesome, man. There's no introduction needed. Let's see what Tyler's got for us.
All right, let's go. Welcome back, you music junkies. I'm Eric. I'm the hip hop head.
I'm Kyle. I'm the metal head.
And we're brothers that react to shit, so let's do that. Tonight we have Tyler Joseph, Hole in the Ground lyric video.
Oh. I want some organs? Again, keeping in mind he did all this in a basement.
Right.
You once were oh so close, but I don't remember where you are and who you know. But come this September, you will fly on your own. 'Cause you got a letter, you must find your home, and it won't get much better. I try so hard to fly, but my heart won't go very far. No, and my own two hands will start bleeding again.
All the layers.
And the floor will turn to a hole in the ground.
Yo.
All right.
Okay. He was doing something right here, cadence-wise, where it was that kind of...
Yeah.
That's funny that you... Okay. But no, the fact that that cadence right there, I like that, again, when it's done correctly. And we always know the fact that even when going back, guys, he does things that should be cringy for most people, but he always nails. This is one of them.
Yeah.
This is... I'm still trying to figure out what he's not what he's talking about, but maybe who, or if it's himself, of the, you know, talking about his heart, and come September, you know, you've got to go, you know, all this stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, at first I'm like, somebody's lease, you know, come up, like they had to move out. But no, in all serious, this is good, and I'm still trying to figure out where we're going with this, though.
I mean, call it my medicated mind or something, but dude, like I'm obsessing over the fact of like the way his tonality and his voice is. It's very consistent with the first two songs, so it's not like he's throwing us a curveball, but you think of different people that have very unique voices, whether it's like Claudio from, you know, Coheed and Cambria, or you have, you know, like different people that it's like, man, like no one sounds like them, you know, and especially when you're younger and you're starting out and you're doing things with your voice that are very unique, a lot of times people will find it funny, or they'll find it that it's like they won't take you seriously with what you're doing. And this, very old style of Tyler is just, again, it's a lot like listening to Ronnie's old stuff where it's like, damn, like this is where this all started. Like
Exactly.
this is where the foundation of him having that quirky kind of side to his higher register. Like it's awesome, man.
Agreed.
And just with this is that the blood on my hands, I'm wondering if that's, SH, self,
yeah.
So it's just, especially with this album, it seems like this one is a very personal one.
It does.
So for me, I would argue that I think that he is very much talking about himself. But with Tyler, you
never know.
He's like a Russian doll, dude. There's just more layers.
Guys, there's
to him.
another one.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, let's go ahead and back this up and get back into this.
Let's do it.
hole in the ground.
It's just so cool we're doing his old stuff, man. I love this.
The plans that I make, roads that I take, break to holes that will go where I don't know they are solid ground illusions that write themselves off as perfectly normal solutions. Pollutions in my eyes, my disguise will take me, break me, won't save me this time. There's a vision, but you won't save me this time. My decision for living isn't mine to decide, and
Ooh.
My decision for living isn't mine to decide.
Okay. That there even the bar before. Okay, man, that was good. And then he just, guys, I know he does this in his later stuff, but I don't know why it's so different for me when he breaks into his. It's all of a sudden, and you're like, whoa, where did that come from?
It's a puzzle piece that you just didn't know you needed.
Yeah,
and
it fits.
Yeah.
So okay, let's get back into this.
normal solutions. Pollutions in my eyes, my disguise will take me, break me, won't save me this time. It's a vision, but you won't save me this time. My decision for living isn't mine to decide, and you just seem so far past the stars and past my heart. I can almost feel you when I start to close my eyes and sing a song. I will keep singing 'cause I'm wrong, but you were singing with me all along. I try so hard to fly, but my heart won't go very far. No. And my own two hands will start bleeding again, and my floor will turn to a hole in the ground.
Dude, his layers of screams.
Do not be alarmed if I fall into the sun. If I fall, my own two hands will start bleeding, and then they will lower me into a hole in the ground.
No lane boy. That's
One of my favorites. Wow.
Man,
Okay, so now again, it was like that whole thing the last time where it's like I stopped too soon to figure it out. But this was a good one, and I can understand if this was such a a younger Tyler that some relationships or friendships or whatever it might be, that is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to get past, or the fact of like my heart, trying to fly, but my heart won't go far. You're trying to move on is what I'm taking from that, guys, and he's not getting far.
Yeah.
But maybe I could be wrong, but this was still good. And then you're right, towards the end with some of that, not just the screaming, but how we were getting throughout the song where he had those different layers that were going with his vocals. I really enjoyed this one too. This might be becoming another album or whatever you want to call it that I thoroughly enjoy, like, Blurry Face and Scaled and Icy.
Yeah, well, I think it's honestly like it kind of has almost like the prerequisite charm of their self-titled. Like, because it has like that very analog style, and like we've talked about that to death, where it's like digital to analog. There's pros and cons to both, but it's just like with this, man, is that there's something so raw about it that really like what I'm gathering from this album so far, and it's just me following the lyrics, is that it's like, no, he's very much talking about like not wanting to be here. I'm struggling.
Yeah.
God, help me get through this. This is the reality of where I'm at. There's no faith, but God, I know the truth, but is it true? Like, dude, it's so interesting that him being so young and, you know, being able to articulate words like that of how it's just seeing, you know, the true nature of like how adults feel and how people feel, you know, going through life, that, you know, I hate that he went through so much pain as a young man, but like, dude, it's turned him into the man that he is today. And seeing one of the comments on this particular video, I think it was either this one or another one, they said, let's all just remember that Tyler has a family now. He has his wife, he has his daughter, he has his career, like, but this is where he was. You know, and it's tough, man. So, but I've heard the next one is pretty intense, so I'm sure it's probably going to get deeper, but we will only find out when we get there. So,
well, guys, this was incredible. We can't wait to go through more. So, you know what to do if you'd like to hit all the buttons, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Adios.